Hi guys, my name is Florine and I'm a mom to a 2-year-old baby girl. I have been mostly following Montessori philosophy for teaching my kid at home. I'm making this video to share with you some of these activities which can help you teach your kid at home. Many of these activities are inexpensive and can be easily made at home. You may also have toys which can be tweaked for some of these activities. Introduce only one or two activity at a time. Once your kid is comfortable with one activity, then only introduce another activity. This way your kid will not get too overwhelmed. Remember, all babies grow at a different pace. Some babies are able to grasp faster and some might take time. And this is completely natural. The Montessori philosophy is all about following the child. So follow your child's cues and introduce the activities accordingly. If you feel your baby is not ready for an activity, do not introduce it. Or if you feel you may have misjudged a cue, which often happens, then you can withdraw the activity and present it at a time when you feel your baby is ready. This is especially important for babies who are still putting things in mouth. Also, ensure to be around initially when they are doing these activities and provide help and encouragement whenever needed. Another important thing to note is that toddlers have a very short attention span. So if they walk away in the middle of an activity, do not force them to sit and complete it, or they will get cranky. They will eventually do it. Just follow the child. Now, the main thing to focus teaching a toddler is language, colors, shapes, general knowledge, and numbers.
The very first thing we introduced was books. This is the very first set of board books we brought, and we read them almost every day. Kids love looking at pictures, especially of animals and birds, and enjoy it even more if you mimic their sounds. We also read books from this lot. I introduced this when my kid was around 5 months old. Many of you may think it's too early to introduce books, or may worry, what if they put the books in mouth? Well, to answer the first question, kids love to look at pictures. They observe and slowly take in all the information. Secondly, kids will put things in mouth. It's their way of feeling things. It's up to us to stop them. Don't just leave them around with books. An adult should be around and also read to them. The first set of these books I brought have had their share of wear and tear. Currently, I use them as flashcards. Books are very important for an early language development. We read a lot of other books as well. If you would like to know more on the kinds of book we introduced at various stages of her growth cycle, please let me know in the comments below. We introduced flashcards when she was around 12 months old. As mentioned earlier, we've made these cards from this set since they were already worn enough. And because she was already familiar with these books, we started asking her to identify them. Take any one set and lay approximately 4 to 6 cards in front of your kid and ask them to identify. Start with easy ones. For example, ask them to point out to an apple or say, I can see an orange. Can you see an orange? We also got her this Get Set Go animal flashcards and these Spartan Kids action flashcards. This helped her learn words like running, sleeping, jumping, etc. Now that she can speak, she is able to say most of these words. Flashcards are a great way for developing their language skills. I also have this DIY alphabet and number flashcards, which I downloaded from Playing Tots website for free. Just print, laminate and cut. As per Montessori, initially only the primary colors red, blue and yellow are introduced. I already had this ball pounder and these stacking cups which we used for color matching games like this. Later, we also introduced this stacker. We started at 14 months and by 18 months she could match colors on her own. Initially, we do not name the colors. We just let them match. This builds their visual discrimination skill. Once kids are able to identify the colors, then we teach their names. Keep the colors in front of them and say, this is a red color, this is a blue color, and this is yellow color. And then after you finish, ask them to identify. Say, can you show me red color? And the child should point it out. And finally, ask them to name the colors. This in Montessori is known as the 3-period lesson. Repeat it for few days until your child can accurately recall the color names. And then you can proceed to teach secondary colors in the same way. For introducing shapes, we brought this shape sorter and this peg puzzle. As per Montessori, you should ideally start with Imbukare boxes and a 2 or 3 piece shape puzzle, and later on move on to complicated ones. But I didn't want to invest in so many toys. So I brought this one and made Imbukare boxes by reusing old watch and mobile boxes. Just cut out one shape in each box. Babies like putting things in and also trying to open the box, close and try again. When they are ready, give something similar to this one. The problem I found with this one was that since it's wooden, it would contract during monsoons. I had to sand it down to make it usable. For the peg puzzle, however, she did find it difficult as there are too many shapes and she was just 1 year old. Hence I brought this one from EduEdge and gave just 2 shapes to begin with. I wish I had brought this one only. Hence, I would recommend something similar to this one. Later, when kids are ready for more challenging work, we can lay all 10 of them down together. You can also find free shapes printable online, like this. Just print, laminate and cut and use Velcro dots for sticking. Give this when they are slightly older and no longer throw things or put things in mouth. Shapes are introduced early on because it becomes easy for the child to differentiate the shapes of the alphabets and numbers, that is, the outline of the alphabets and numbers, which is taught to them subsequently. Now, moving on to general knowledge, cover the basic parts of the body first. We read this book, Where is Baby's Belly Button? This is a lift the flap book, so my daughter loved it. Plus, act out rhymes like head, shoulder, knees and toes, etc. Once your baby is old enough, you can also download this parts of the body puzzle from dotschooling.net for free.